Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Vyas, and we're continuing our conversation in this video about inflammation. Now, in the last video, we heard me talk about the top 10 foods that are inflammatory in the body, and those are the ones that you want to avoid. So in this video, we will talk about the top 10 foods that are anti-inflammatory, and these are things that we should be eating. So let's get to it. Number one is something that we're all familiar with. This is your fatty fishes, right? Your salmon, your mackerel, sardines, all these fatty, oily fish. They contain the long-chain omega-3 fatty acid, your EPA and DHA that you might have heard of. These things are very help reduce inflammation in the body, and it's so much so that there's a big marker, the C-reactive protein. They have been known to lower your levels of C-reactive protein in your body. Let's talk about the second one, which is berries. Now, your berries come in all shapes and colors and different flavors, right? Your strawberries, your blueberries, raspberries. They are loaded with nutrients, fiber, and antioxidants. Your vitamin C, vitamin A. These things also contain something called anthocyanin. This is a very potent anti-inflammatory agent which helps reduce inflammation in the body. So berries are amazing for that. Now, blueberries, we are also familiar with blueberries. They're amazing not just for your, as an anti-inflammatory thing, but they also reduce free radicals, which is also wonderful for your brain. Now, blueberries also increase your levels of what we call natural killer cells in your body, which will actually help boost your immune system. So it's good for that. Number three is your cruciferous vegetables. The fun stuff that a lot of people like eating, your broccolis, cauliflower, your kale, Brussels sprouts, all that yummy good stuff, which again, they say, eat the rainbow, eat colorful vegetables, because all of these things also contain a lot of, not just the fiber, but we know they contain a lot of the antioxidants, your vitamin A, C, K. They also have a lot of calcium. You may have heard that broccoli actually contains a lot of calcium in it. So these are things that we should be consuming on a regular basis. Number four is something that has been used for centuries in a lot of different countries like India, and that's turmeric. And that is also getting a lot of good rep around here now. So turmeric is a root which has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties to it. Now, the biggest component of it is something called curcumin. That's the active ingredient in turmeric, which again, it needs to be taken with black pepper extract or your pepperin. This helps the absorbance of curcumin. Now, curcumin, again, the way I said, I don't need to explain this to you, but we've all heard about how arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, all of these have helped. It's helped with any of these kind of conditions, because we all know they go down to what? Inflammation causing these. So curcumin, take some of that. That'll help reduce that. Now, if you cannot eat this, because I know turmeric has a very earthy taste to it, it's used in curries and all that, but you can actually take a pill in the pill form. Curcumin comes in pill form, so take some of that. So talking about foods again, next one, number five, is your peppers, your bell peppers, red, green, blue, again, loaded with what we call plant, photophenols. These things are loaded with nutrients. Your bell peppers, your chili peppers, any of these things, they contain a lot of vitamin C. So we know that peppers actually contain more vitamin C than an orange does, right? So they're loaded with antioxidant values. Peppers also contain something called quercetin and capsaicin. So not only are they anti-inflammatory, but they also are anti-pain, because you've heard of some lotions and potions that use capsaicin that will help with pain control in the body. So that's your peppers. Number six would be your good fats, olive oil, avocado oil, all the good fatty oils that are wonderful. They're, again, avocado oil, your olive oil has been used for centuries or for a very long period of time in the Mediterranean diet, because it's not only anti-inflammatory, but it's also wonderful. Now, you want to make sure you're getting good quality olive oil. Olive oil is something that needs to be the extra virgin cold pressed. And olive oil is also something that you don't cook with. That's why we suggested the avocado oil, the coconut oil. There's also ghee. These are things that can withstand higher temperatures, so you can cook with those. Olive oil is eaten best when it's cold. That's a wonderful thing, because again, they provide you with what we call the monounsaturated fatty acids. Good stuff for our bodies. Number seven is green tea. Again, something that's been used for a long period of time in Asian countries. And we know green tea has potent antioxidant, anti-inflammatory things. The biggest thing in there is something called EGCG. That is the biggest or highest, very strongly anti-inflammatory component of your green teas. So again, drink a little green tea. Well, green tea, they also have pills in pill form now. So you can take some of that if you don't want to drink teas all the time. Number 8, we're talking about something interesting again. This is mushrooms. Your portobello, shiitake, something called lion's mane. There's so many different mushrooms that are edible nowadays, and they have so many potent antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties to them. These things are amazing. Incorporating those into your health will provide you with a lot of health benefits from there. And again, my favorite one, which is truffles. Not only does it smell and taste good, but again, the way I said, loaded with a punch of anti-inflammatory stuff, so it's good for the body. Number 9 is your healthy nuts. Almonds, walnuts, macadamia nuts. They're loaded with, again, the monounsaturated, the good fats. You want those, and that's why some of these nuts are also made into oils, which you can use. Now, nuts are the nut milks nowadays are a good substitute for dairy. You heard me talk about dairy as being very inflammatory for the body. So nut milks are a good substitute for that. Your almond milk. This thing tastes wonderful, but not only is it good, the way I said, it gives you good fats, they're also loaded with protein, magnesium, all sorts of different minerals that your body requires. So try that as a substitute. And number 10, this is going to be very interesting, something that you might not have heard of before, and that is eggs. Eggs are actually very anti-inflammatory for the body. I know egg has been considered the bad guy because of its cholesterol content, and we know that too much cholesterol is supposed to cause cardiovascular disease. Well, again, some of those things have been put to the side because a lot of evidence has shown that the cholesterol from an egg does not raise your cholesterol levels in your body. An egg is what we call a functional food. This is amazing because it is loaded with everything that you can imagine. Your protein, it's got something phospholipids in there. The cholesterol is wonderful. Cholesterol actually has a lot of vitamin D in it, which is not only anti-inflammatory, but also helps boost your immune system, especially in this season right now that we're dealing with. So you want to incorporate some of these foods into your diet. And again, these are things that we find every day, but not a lot of people incorporate. We might be eating here and there, but if you include this into what we call the anti-inflammatory diet, you will notice that you will have significant changes in a lot of the symptoms you might be experiencing from diseases that are caused by inflammation. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, we've talked about all of these. So try these, incorporate this into your diet, share this information, and as always, I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.